Catching a card from a dribble like the Ace of Spades is something that has made viral sensations on the internet. So if you want to perform this amazing effect that has made Jason Ladanye a viral sensation, welcome to 7 ways in which you can catch a card from a dribble. Explain. This video is part of a whole series titled Tutorial Friday that we've been doing here on Big Blind Media for more than a year. So if you like what we're doing and are enjoying the material, don't forget to subscribe. So enjoy the rest of the video and I'll see you guys at the end. The first way to catch a card from a dribble looks like this. We have a card selected, like for example this one, which we'll leave somewhere in the center. And I want you to watch with just a simple light touch like this, we catch one card, which is their selection. The first way you can catch a card from a dribble is by holding a break. It's just as simple as that. You're going to have a card selected in the packet on your right side, and you're going to keep a pinky break at that point. Then transfer this break to a thumb break so that you can see a really big gap at this point. And from this point on, you're just going to hold your hand in such a position that you're basically providing cover to this break. And by dribbling the cards, you're going to have a very obvious moment where you can stick your hand in that gap and then pull the card out. And that is it, guys. Very simple, straight to the point, and effective. Let's get a card from the deck, like for example, the 7 of diamonds. Now, we're going to try something of a daredevil move. We're going to dribble the cards and then go in the deck and grab just the 7 of diamonds. The second way in which you can catch a card from a dribble is by having an Injog. So we're going to have a card selected from the left packet, in this case the 5 of hearts. We're going to keep a pinky break at that point and use our pinky to pull the card at an angle. Now at this point, if my hand is providing cover, we can instantly see that this card is protruding. So now when I dribble the cards, all I have to do is place my hand right on that playing card, catch it with my thumb and my other fingertips, and then continue dribbling so that I can show that I've caught a card from the center of the deck. Let's go over that once more. We have a card selected, like for example, the Jack of Hearts. We leave it in the center like this. We have a pinky break. I cover the deck with my hand. I pull the card out like this. And notice that what I'm doing basically is not using my pinky to pull the card out, but rather I have my pinky on the card, I pull a little bit, and then I use my right hand to just move the packet forward. And like this, the card is being retained in my left hand, but my right hand is moving forward. Now I have that card sticking out. I can just dribble the cards, grab the card, and show that their selection has been found. Let's get a card from somewhere in the deck, like for example, the 2 of spades, which stays somewhere over there. Now watch, with just a nice dribble, I can get your card from somewhere in the center. The third method in which you can catch a card from a dribble is by having the card on top of the deck. I know that sounds very counterintuitive, but what you can do is have a thumb break under the top card like this, dribble the cards, and then when you want, you're just going to stick your hand in the center, but use your thumb to pull this card to the left. You're going to pause for a second and then continue dribbling. So you have this illusion where the card is in the center of the deck. So you go in, you take the card out, you pull it down, and then you continue dribbling. Now the idea is obviously to not have a sound. You don't want this to sound because the sound doesn't have a reason at all. So what you want is to grab the card and move towards the left instead. So first the sound, then you want to have a moment. The moment in which you grab the playing card shouldn't be very long, but if it's not long enough, you can't really grab the card. Sometimes what might happen is I might pull the card and I was trying to do it now. Think of any card, name it. 3 of clubs. Was it? Let me know in the comment section below. And if you haven't subscribed, this is the best moment to do so. Let's keep going. See, I might pull the card and the whole packet falls down. If the packet falls down over here, I just go on with it and I show them that I've caught their card. Don't think about it too much. But sometimes their packet falls on the right side. Let's see, like this. So we still get this illusion where I caught the card from the center, just like that. So you can play on it. But if you're holding firmly on the packet, then when you're pulling on that card, you're not going to disrupt this packet. So then you can just dribble the rest of the cards on top. Kind of counterintuitive, I know, but fun to practice. And when done from a good angle and at the right speed, you can actually make it look, see, this time, you can actually make it look really nice, like you saw in the performance. The following trick you can do blindfolded. Let's say someone selects the king of spades, which you leave somewhere in the center. And the idea is that you start dribbling, and with your fingertips, you're just going to go in the deck and pick out the king of spades. If you would like to perform this blindfolded, you can use any of these methods. But another method that can work is having a card selected from the top packet, in this case the seven of spades. We're going to keep a pinky break at that point, and then while we're holding the top packet, we're just going to angle jog this packet from underneath. So let's get a couple of these translucent packets. I'm holding the packet, I'm jogging this to the right side so that I can still contact the corners of the packet from underneath with my thumb and my pinky finger and ring finger. At this point, my middle finger is actually covering this part so that the spectator doesn't see that there's a step in the whole packet. And from this position, I can dribble those cards from my thumb and my pinky, but I can place my hand right over there on the card that will be at this point here. And then I can just dribble and pull that card out. So let me show you. We have a pinky break like the three of diamonds. We move the packet. See, it's at an angle. I start dribbling. I just place my hand on that corner and continue dribbling to pull the three of diamonds out. Now, it's not a difficult method. It's not a simple method. You got to get accustomed to it a little bit, and then you're going to be able to just pull it off. And there you go. A way to take a card from a dribble blindfolded. First, we gather all the playing cards. You're probably going to be doing a lot of that when you're practicing this, as you're springing the cards all over your face. Now, the method for this is very simple. It's the same as when you're doing... Okay, I didn't catch it, but... It's the same as when you're doing this. Wow, those were a lot of bad shots. Now when you're doing this, when you're just catching the card like this, and you're pulling in air through your lips like this, breathing in deeply and doing it on the back of the card. For some reason I can't do it right now, but you're doing the same thing in your springing the cards towards your lips, and you're going to be controlling the card to the bottom, and then you're gonna be having that card stuck to your lips when you're doing that. So it's basically just I position the spring towards my face, and then that first card is going to touch my my face, and I'm going to keep it there by breathing in deeply, like very deep, like this. First tip that I will give you is really make a big O with your mouth. So don't be shy, don't go, because it's not gonna stick at all. You need a big O, like not too big, because then you're not gonna have enough air. So you're gonna have to play around with it. I suggest you put a blanket somewhere and just sit on the bed or something when you're practicing. And yeah, it's a very silly trick. I've performed it for people. People don't realize it comes from the bottom, because the fact that you're springing cards at your face is already amazing enough for them to completely ignore what you're doing, like the method. So we're gonna be springing this towards the face. That will happen. Should probably not sit at an angle like this. I have to do it from the front and get all the cards again. There we go. So spring from the front towards your face like this, from the thumb. Oh yes, you got to do a spring from the thumb. I suppose you could do a spring from the front. I have no idea if that should probably work. Yeah, it should probably work. It's not a problem. I didn't catch the card. It was a different card. But I don't know. I can't control this one. The idea is that you should use a spring that you can control, because when I'm springing sort of gently. I'm not trying to really spring powerfully at my face, because that's going to hit the card and it's going to fall down. So, ace of spades. See, a lot of springing, a lot of sucking in. I don't have any more air, and that card will stick. It just will stick. And yeah, that is the method. I hope you guys have a lot of fun with it. Now let's move on. The spectator selects a card from the deck. Let's see, for example, this one, which you leave somewhere in the center. And then with just the use of your left hand, you are able to reach inside there and grab the playing card. By far, my favorite method of getting a card from the center of the deck is by using a very small Injog, just like this. So we're basically going to be pulling the card out from the deck, which is not their selection. Let me clarify this. So actually it is their selection. I don't know why I thought different vibes. It is their selection. In this case, it's going to be the 7 of diamonds, right? We get a pinky break over it and we pull on it just a little bit, because what we want to do is contact this card from the center with our thumb and pinkies at the 2 corners. So now that we have the card contacted between these 2 fingers, we can actually dribble the cards, and you can see that the spread will stop automatically due to this. In a way, it's a sort of long card. I tried this with a stripper card and it didn't feel as easy to execute. So just by moving this card a little bit and keeping it between your pinky and thumb, you can actually get this really natural, is it natural? It's natural because you're holding it, really natural pause where you can put your hand for a second there and have the card just fall on your hands. So you pull on that, you contact the 2 corners, you start dribbling, and then you can just insert your hand in that point. It is so easy to do, maybe just because I've been doing this for many years, but because of that step, because of those fingers contacting the card, you can just dribble, you can feel when the cards are coming close to your card, and then you can just stick your hand at that point and have the card stuck in between your fingers. It is honestly my go-to method for when I am performing this, and it is beautiful because the card is really coming from the center. There is very minimal like things people can actually see because it's just a very small Injog that you're holding, and you can do it one after the other because it looks amazing. That was it, guys. 7 ways in which you can catch a card from a dribble. Let me know in the comment section below which one is your favorite, what method do you think you're going to use, or what method you're already using. Like I said, the one where the card is slightly angle jogged is the one that I prefer because it just feels so hands-off and so natural. But let me know which one you are using and which one you're enjoying. If you're not subscribed, this is the best moment to do so. If you haven't liked this video, make sure to drop a like and a comment, and I'll see you guys next Friday when we have prepared a new episode of Creating Magic, this time with Sean Divine.